Good evening, traders, and welcome to Trading Waves Weekly Outlook, where we'll be looking at the instruments. How did they perform in the past few weeks, and what do we expect going forward? Right, so before you can continue, please just pause and read the disclaimer, and then after that, you can just go through. Right, guys, for our contact details, you can reach us at these contact details are so before that one, guys, this is our page. It's Trading Waves. This is just a free content that we share with our members, obviously for the people that are following us on the social media, including YouTube as well. So if you go through, especially the content that we release over the week or on Sundays, once you click there, you will get our contact details. So below that one, you are going to get our email address there. That will be info@trading-waves.com. If you've got any inquiries regarding any of our services, you can just email us there. You can go through there as well. You will find my WhatsApp number or Victor's WhatsApp number. Yeah, so any of those numbers, it's either you find myself or Victor. You can also follow us as well on our social media pages. The links are below there. That will be on our Telegram channel, that will be our Twitter and also our Facebook channel. It is there. You can follow us for more work or more free content on those social media pages. Talking about our services, you can visit us, guys, on our website. That is trading-waves.com. We've got plenty of our services that we have there. Some people have requested that they need this private mentorship, so we do have a private mentorship. You can always just go there and book the private mentorship. Some people, we understand, they don't want to associate or they can't cooperate when we are doing a group mentorship, so you can always go there to our private mentorship, and then you can book us there. So talking about the services, we have some other courses. Yeah, if you click on the courses, you will see that we've got new courses that have been introduced. You might also want to check that one out. We've also got our plans that are the monthly plans. We've got 3 month plans, 6 month plans, and a yearly plan. So you can also just go on our pricing here. If you click on that one, it will open the prices that we have. Right, so we release this content, guys, freely over the weekend, just for people that obviously that are following us or that are into Elliott Wave and they want to see our views. Some people can make something out of that. Talking about that, if you are signed up on our website, if you have been here, if you click on the just resources and then you just click on the chart of the week, so you don't need to be a member or to be subscribed there. You just need to sign up on a free plan. So we normally give you out just a chart of the week. So last week here, so I'm gonna click on this here. Last week we've had this here as our chart of the week. You can see when this was uploaded. That was on the May 6th. That should be the previous weekend, Sunday or Monday. So if you've been able to see our chart of the week here, you could have taken advantage on the move that we saw on gold. So everybody, if you are trading here, you saw the move that we saw here on a gold. It made a very nice over 1,000 points move to the upside. So that was freely shared there. So please do hop in now and then. Just check our free content that can make you something out of it. Right, so talking about that, let's have a look at how did the markets perform in the past few weeks and what do we expect going forward. I'm going to be more into gold because I want to explain this into detail because this is one of the commodity that we trade most of the time here with our members. So let's have a look at this. This was a chart that was shared on the April 22nd year inside the members areas. We were just telling them that we are expecting that gold. This was the forecast that we want to see gold to drop all the way to the downside before we can entertain the move to the upside. Yeah. Okay. So this was the forecast that we have. So we have been looking nothing other than just buying gold, but we don't just buy anywhere. So we know we've got this blue box strategy here that we want the market to reach the blue box, and that is our interesting area to buy or sell. So in this case, we were looking for a buy on gold. Now you can see here, obviously, there was just an update that we gave to our members that when we first reached a blue box, yeah, we reached a blue box. We bought gold here for a move to the upside. Obviously, it went to the upside here, still came down here. Eventually, it formed this ending diagonal. The structure was complete now that it was an ABC here. Exactly when it went to hit this other side of forming the fifth wave of an ending diagonal, that's when I posted this trade setup. Obviously, I was reminding our members that now gold look ready for a move to the upside, and this was a complete structure. Yes, so exactly on the 3rd of May, that's when I posted this inside the members area here. That was a bit late. I think it was somewhere in a Friday, yeah, but it was a bit late, yeah. But the structure was saying I'm already complete. Now, I showed you last week. If you've taken note last week, you could have bought gold even if you didn't check the chart of the week. If you would have just watched the weekly outlook, you would have seen that our forecast on gold was that it is going to make this move to the upside the previous week. So fast forward, you can see that gold exactly from where we pinpointed it here, it has made about 1030 points or 1,030 points move to the upside here, and we are still expecting this. This is a very big move here. If you are trading gold, you'll understand this is a very big move to the upside. But obviously, again, one of the reason why you need to have a mentorship, I said this one last week, that some people they need somebody that is going to be holding them their hands, whether you are a professional or you are a newbie. Yeah, because some people could have just came here and then they just buy here, and then when this thing is happening here, without understanding what's the next move, they could have just closed the trades here and then thinking that maybe they are in the wrong side of the channel, or they would have put their stop loss very close here. They've got invalidated. That's why we have this mentorship every single day. Before London Open, we have our charts updated. We also have the live session where we spend time going through all the charts, what we expect on that day. And again, during the New York Open, we also do our chart update. So you've got somebody that is always there to look at the markets for you, or just be your third eye. Obviously, that's what we always want. We only do mentorship for people to grow and be able to do this by themselves. Now, this here was very confusing to a lot of people, but we just said to our members that this is nothing other than a flag. That's why we had this here, that we expected this. I remember very well on a Thursday London session, we said our members just wait for a break of this year, then you can look for a move to the upside. If you zoom into this year, break retested this year, and then it just made this big move to the upside day here on Thursday to Friday. So that was an easy move, just a textbook setup here on gold that has given us these 1030 points to the up side. Now we know that gold has always got a sister pair. That's what I like to call it. That is silver, the very same thing. Obviously, if you are expecting this touch on silver, that's the same thing that you are expecting on a gold most of the cases. So you saw that I showed you gold, that we were looking at this to be a three-wave move structure. Yeah, the very same thing on a silver. Yeah, we forecasted this. We said we are looking for a drop, and this is the only time we are going to look for buy around this area here. Obviously, if you have been trading silver, you'll see that silver has dropped into this area of a blue box here. It made a move like this, drop lower here, made a move to the upside, still came back and take the blue box here, and this has eventually made a move to the upside here. A nice 276 points to the upside that we've seen here on a silver, and we still expect that this is going to go to the upside. Obviously, more of that when we do the chart update. So those were just the few here, especially on gold, because I wanted to spend time there on a gold, since it was a chart of the week that was very given to our non-members as well. Go pound Audi. We've been looking at this one here, that it was going to give us a drop. It has given us this thing, a leading a diagonal, and we're looking at this to be a three-way move into the blue box, and the expectation was that the market was going to drop once it get into the area of a blue box there. If you've been trading pound Audi, obviously you'd have seen three-way move that we spoke about there. This has dropped about 542 pips, moved to the downside, and we are still expecting that this is going to drop. But that was just an easy pips there on your pound Audi. Now, I've been talking about the indices that they will make a move to the upside. Yeah. So this is DAX. This was a trade setup that was shared on the 18th of April. We were here and we were looking at this to be just a three-way move into the blue box, and we wanted to see this move to the upside. Yeah. Now, obviously, if you are in our mentorship, you would have gotten this move to the upside. Yeah. Already, we are about 1,205 points to the upside. Yeah, on a DAX, and bear in mind we've taken the all-time high. Now this is just a signal that the rest of the other indices, they will follow the suit. I've been seeing a lot of people that they want to sell your Dow Jones, your Nasdaq. Yeah, you gotta be careful. This is acting as an indicator. Yeah, DAX has made this to the all-time high. The other indices, they will follow as well. I'm definitely so. You have seen the UK 100 as well. This was back last year, to be exactly 20 in November 24 last year. I kept on saying to our members, because UK 100 has been the one that was been a bit lagging here. So the other indices, they went to the all-time high. UK 100 was just holding around this area here. This was the trade setup that we had. I couldn't get the chart where we exactly posted this again. I only got this one here. When we were around this area here, I tell you this, a lot of people, some obviously could be our competitors. They will keep on sending those emails that they are expecting this drop a year on a UK 100. I told one of the guys, obviously it was our competitor, I said to him, as much as you are expecting this drop, my expectation is that your UK 100 should make a move to the up side. So that has been a focus that we have since the 24th of November last year, and ever since then we have never changed the view a year. This kept on making this a year, and you can see that your UK 100 has already made about 1,002 points to the upside already here, and it has been already back to the all-time high, just like the rest of the other indices. These are just a few. I don't want to waste much of your time. I know a lot of people, they just want to know what is next, what is expected going forward in the market. Now let's jump into that and let's have a look, starting with the dollar index. Obviously here, I just can't remember who was it here, but somebody has making some comments here that about the DXY. I tell you this, while you are just looking at the DXY alone, yeah, we are busy on the other side making money. Yeah, so the DXY, in our view, has not yet changed. Just because a lot of people, some people, they are saying we are wrong on the DXY here, we just respond to what the market is giving us. Yeah, this is our own view. You don't have to trade it, obviously here. I'm definitely sure that all the people that are here, they just want to see our views or hear what we think about the market, or be their third eye on the other side, obviously here. So we do appreciate your comments, obviously here, but even if you make comments that are negative, but you must have like a reason why those comments. You don't just come and confuse everybody. Some people, they are new to the channel. The moment you post those comments, they get confused what you are referring to here. So at least you just have to elaborate what do you mean about those comments. We do value our comments, whether they are wrong or right. We do appreciate them, and we always encourage you to keep on commenting and liking our social media pages as well, or our videos that we release. But please do make sure that you still respect our work. Right, so the DXY, we are still maintaining the view that this should still drop to the downside. Obviously, here we have been looking at this one to have been a three-wave move that is completed here, and we are looking at this, especially against this swing high, that the dollar index should still continue with the drop to the downside. When this is going to happen, we can't tell exactly the time, but our focus that we are still looking for this move to the upside here on your DXY. So that's what we are looking for here. So we are still maintaining the view that this should still continue with a drop to the down side. Talking about that, obviously your euro US dollar, it is inversely correlated to the DXY here. Hence, we have been saying that your euro your DXY should still drop to the down side. So that will mean your euro US dollar must continue with the move to the up side. So that's why we have been longing your euro US dollar here. If I'm not mistaken, I might have shown you how we have traded your euro US dollar here. If not, just a few here, I just want to show you how we have been able to trade your euro US dollar while you are still on the other side. uh, uh, I'm gonna show you this here. This was the chart here on the euro US dollar. Obviously, it was the second entry here. I think I did show you last week here how we traded this here. We were looking at this to be a three-wave move. We went longer here. Again, yeah, we saw this as a three-wave move over last week here. We were still looking for this move to the upside simply because we are looking at the DXY that it should still continue the move to the upside. And just to show you again here, obviously, if you have been intraday trading your euro US dollar, you would see that this has already from the blue box, obviously here, as much as I didn't want to show up this one here, but this is why we keep on saying that DXY must drop. We don't just say it must drop and then we don't react to that. We knew that it is negatively correlated to the euro US dollar here. So euro US dollar came around this area here. That's why we look for a buy here. We're just adding to the position that we had here. Our first position to have been here. I showed you this last week how we traded it, and again here we've added to our position for a move to the up side. Just a few, just a quick one here. I don't know to show you this, but I just want to show you what I am referring to, because some people they might have not seen the video that we had here, or last week video. So this is what I first showed you on a euro US dollar last week, that we traded this to the upside simply because we still believe that the DXY should still give us a drop to the downside. So we bought euro US dollar. This was our first entry here, and we've seen that it has corrected here, and we added again here. So we are still expecting to see that move to the upside on the euro US dollar. So back to the charts here. This is what I'm referring to. Euro US dollar, we are still looking for a move to the upside here. So we are still maintaining the view that this has made an impulsively move to the upside here, and we've looked at this one to have been an expanding flat corrective structure, obviously here, this being our wave A here, and we are looking at this to have completed the wave B. Yeah, so we are looking at this 5-wave move, 3-wave move pull back here, and we're looking at this here that it should be your 1 here, your wave 2 here, and we are expecting to see that move to the upside on the euro US dollar. So whatever happens, we're just gonna keep on looking for those buying opportunities to the up side. Pound US dollar, I showed you this one last week, how we were able to trade it after it made this 3-wave move. Yeah, before the 3-wave move, we've seen this one here giving us a 5-wave move to the upside, has made a nice 3-wave move pull back here. This was our trade setup from the blue box, bounce higher here, and you can see here made a nice 3-wave move. The expectation that this should still give us a move to the upside. So against this swing low here, we are still looking for, if it does give us this here, we don't expect this bigger 3-wave move structure here, but if it does happen, then we're still going to be looking for a move to the up side. US dollar chief, we showed you this one last week, obviously positive correlation to the DXY here, so we are expecting that it should drop on a DXY. We've gotten this impulsively move here. Obviously, we've been looking at this to have been a 3-wave move structure here, and the expectation is for a drop to the downside here. Obviously, it would be nice if it can do something like this here, 3-wave move structure. Once against this swing high here, we are looking for a bearish move to the downside, but won't be surprised if this just drops from where it is. Hence, we believe that the DXY, it is already done as well and ready for a move to the down side. Out of US dollar, you've seen this one I showed you last week, that we are still maintaining the view that this should make a move to the upside here. Obviously, 5-wave move to the upside, made a 3-wave move pull back here. Obviously, against this swing low, we have been long, so it has made a very nice move to the upside here. Now we are expecting that this is going to still continue with the move to the upside here on your Audi US dollar. I can even show you this here. If you've been following this, look at this, made a very nice 3-wave move structure structure here, and the expectation was for this year. Inside the group members area, we explained this, and then we traded this to the upside. So we are still expecting that this is going to still continue with the move to the upside. Obviously, I'm not going to show you everything because some of the trades, they are still in play. New Zealand US dollar, the very same thing here. We've showed you last week how we have been able to trade this one for a move to the upside here. But just to keep it simple here, we are looking at this three-wave move structure that is done here, move to the upside, pulling back in a three-wave move, reach the blue box, and the expectation that this should still continue with the move to the upside here on your New Zealand US dollar. So against this swing low here, we don't expect it to come there, even if we do get this here. Not expecting it to be the case, but if it does happen that this week here we're getting more pullback here, we'll still be looking for a move to the upside here on your New Zealand US dollar. But this looks down here, three-wave move lower here. The expectation is for the price to make a move to the upside here. Whatever we're seeing here, this is a three-wave move on a lower time frame. We are still expecting that this should still continue with the move to the upside on your New Zealand US dollar. Right, so US dollar cat showed you this one here, how we have been looking at the price here, made a three-wave move to the downside here. Obviously, we are in this massive giant correction here, three-wave move lower here, pulling back in a three-wave move here, and we are still looking at this here to be a three-wave move to the downside here as well. So we are looking at this here that it should drop at least in a five-wave move. Then that's when we can expect to see a move to the upside. Talking about that, we had a very nice three-wave move structure here, reaching the area of a blue box. Obviously, I keep on forgetting to show you this. Last week I meant to show you this, but if you measure this, reach the blue box here, and it has been dropping here. While some other people, they are expecting this to, I remember very well, some people, they are expecting this here to make a move to the upside here. They were expecting this, but we've been looking at this to have made this three-wave move here, and we've been expecting that this is going to drop, and that's what has been happening here. So against this swing low high here, as long as it's still below that one, we are still looking for a more bearish move to the downside on US dollar cat. Talking about the yen pairs here, US dollar JPY, I showed you this one last week, and you should have been able to make something out of this here. We spoke about this here. I'm definitely sure you saw the charts here, how what we're forecasting. We're looking at this three-wave move, came exactly into the blue box here, and this has already bounced about 380 something pips move. We are still looking for more bullish move here. If it does this three-wave move pull back here against this swing low, we are still looking for a bullish move to the upside on US dollar JPY. Pound yen, the very same thing here. In fact, these three-wave move structures across the yen pairs, that's what we saw here. Look at this, your pound yen made a three-wave move drop here. Now this is making a move to the upside here. Now if it does this three-way move pull back against this swing low, we will be looking for a move to the upside. Can just drop to the downside. We do have an alternative view that we can also be very cautious of this. Yeah, this could just form three-way move structure here. It can still drop like this in the three-way move, and then we have this as a WXY. You will see that it is nice and visible on the other yen pairs, but you gotta be careful with the yen pairs. Like I did say even last week, that it might not be a surprise. Bam, we see a very big move, because I do believe at some point, because even our forecast, we're just expecting one more leg up here and then a those big drop. It can not be a surprise if it just start from here and give us this drop yeah. So you gotta be careful even if you still want to buy at them. Euro yen made a three-wave move as well. Yep, made it a drop. This applied to all the yen pairs, made a three-wave move. We've seen a move to the upside here. So three-wave move pull back against this swing low here. If it does happen, we're gonna be expecting that this is going to eventually continue with that move to the upper side. Chief yen, same thing. Obviously here, three-wave move to the downside that we have seen here, a three-wave move here. Now I'm gonna show you this on these other yen pairs here. Look at this, made a three-wave move to the upside here. Can it just drop from here? Yeah, it can do this. Just drop from here, and then this becomes a W here, your wave X, and then this to be your wave Y before maybe you can see another move to the up side. That is possible, but again, this could just be it. This is all the three-wave move that we were looking for. This is a 1, a 2 here, you get a 3 here, a 4 here, and then a wave 5. Maybe before you can expect a bigger pullback, but it should continue with the move to the up side. But again, gotta be careful with the yours yen pairs. CAD yen, the very same thing here. We saw this one giving us a three-wave move to the downside here. the expectation is that this should come back to around these highs here. Alternatively, again, could just be three-wave move here, and bam, it just make another three-wave move here. If it does that, again, your W here, your wave X, this to be your wave Y here, before we can expect a move to the up side. Let's have a look at your New Zealand yen. New Zealand yen has made a very nice push to the upside here after this three-wave move structure here. So it has made, this looks very promising that it will continue. Whatever happens here, it could just be a three-wave move structure like this, and then just continues to the upside here. This was a very nice impulsive move. This was very expected inside the members area that we are looking for that move to the up side. Your Audi yen was the same as well with your New Zealand yen. Obviously here, after the three-wave move structure here, the expectation was for the price that it should continue with this move to the upside here. So this could be a 1, a 2 here. This could just continue the 3 and a 4, and then this to be a wave F5 here. So more bullish move that is expected on the yen pairs. Euro Audi, we are looking for this bearish move to the downside here. Be whether it's going to be the case. Yeah, so obviously some people they might look at it this way. Yeah, structurally still correct. So this could still be the structure here, that you still get this one to drop in a three-way move structure like this, and then you have this, your WXY. Yeah, so whatever it is here, I expect to see a big bearish move to the downside here, but just be mindful that this could just be a WXY that is in play here. But in either way, we are expecting to see a drop to the downside. So a three-wave move pullback that we're seeing here to the up side. Maybe if it does something like this here, we're still looking for a short move to the downside on your Euro Audi. It is nicely clear here on your pound New Zealand, obviously here on your, not pound New Zealand, rather Euro New Zealand here. So Euro New Zealand has made a structure like this here, three-wave move to a downside, has made a pullback here in a three-wave move here. So we are looking at the possibility that this could still give us a three-wave move structure. Yeah, so still expecting to see more bearish move to the down side. So that should be a WXY. Once we get to the equal legs of this structure here, then we can take it from there. Whether we are bouncing to the upside, that will also be depending on a DXY at the time, which will be controlling that New Zealand US dollar. Euro CAD, I hate this one to drop here. I'm anticipating a move to the upside now. Yeah, we've made this move to the upside. Obviously, we've looked for it to drop lower here, but that has not been the case. So the three-wave move could all be what we are looking for here. And then against this swing low, this just continues the move to the upside. This should have been your wave A here, your wave B here. So this could be your wave 1 of your wave C here, your wave 2, and we are already in the wave 3 of your wave C. So I'm gonna be looking for a move to the upside on your Euro CAD. Now let's have a look at Euro Chief here. One of those very good looking here. If you know what you are looking for here, this is gonna give you a very good trade setup here. 5-wave move to the upside looks complete here. 3-wave move pull back to the downside here. Made a nice impulsively move. Watch out for this structure here. If you get a through a move against this swing low here, look out for this big move to the upside on your Euro Chief. That should be my take on that one there. Euro pound, still looking for this one to continue the move to the downside here. So we've looked at this one inside the members area here. In fact, we shot this one here when it made this three-way move move to the upside, make a move to the upside here, exactly into the blue box here, has already traded lower here. Even though it has made this here three-wave move against this swing high, I still want to see this one giving us a drop to the downside here. Still looks good for a bearish move to the downside. That's what I will be looking for in the coming weeks on your Euro pound. As for the pound pairs, pound Audi, Euro Audi, the same thing as expected on the pound Audi here. Again, let me show you this on the bigger picture here. So I'm looking at this, made a three-wave move to the upside here. So my expectation that this should still drop at least in a three-wave move, a structure like this here. So I'm looking at this, that it should drop here lower. It could be in a three-wave move structure like this before we can expect to see a move to the upside. It could be that it has just given us this three-wave move to a downside, pull back here, and then it just drop in a three-wave move before we can expect to see a move to the up side. So more bearish move. If it just pulled back in a three-wave move here, we still look for bearish move to a downside. I'm sure you've seen this one as well on your on the befores and afters here. Pound New Zealand, the very same thing here. We look at this here, three-wave move to the upside, drop in a three-wave move here. This does not look complete here. Made a three-wave move to the upside here. I'll be expecting that this is going to eventually drop in a three-wave move. For a WXYXZ here, if it can complete this structure, that's the only time we're going to be looking for a big one. But that big one doesn't mean that for now you can't short it here. We are talking about over 1,500 pips drop to the downside here. I do believe that from here we should be getting about 1,500 pips drop to the downside. Maybe that's when we can look for this move to the upside here. Right, so your pound chief here made a very nice impulsively move from these lows here. Now the big question is, have we retraced this cycle from these lows to these highs here? Obviously, this looks impulsive. This could be it, that we are done with this correction here and we are ready for a move to the upside here. So if that's the case, that would mean three-wave move structure should be seen here. Might even do something like this here before we see a move to the upside. But as long as it's against this swing low here, then we could be having this as a wave one. Wave 2 here, which should be completed by this three-way move. So we could even have an expanding flat in the middle there. But as long as it's going to be a three-way move structure here against this swing low, we're going to be looking for a big one to the upside on your pound chief. Pound cat, if you are taking note of this one here, last week I've showed you how we have been able to trade this one after it completed this three-wave move structure here. Made a very nice impulsively move, has pulled back in a three-wave move here. I see a textbook setup here, so this should just make a move to the upside here on your pound cat, as long as it holds above this here, because obviously it can always just give us a double correction here. Made a nice three-wave move structure to the downside here, could just still make a move to the upside and then even drop like this and yeah, give us a double correction or a 7 swing. Yeah, if it does that, that will still be a straight setup or a very nice one to take it to the upside. Watch out for this one. Might be chart of the week. Having a look at out in New Zealand, well, I don't want to bore you with these cross pairs here. I had a look at them here, but if you do here, you can just look at this here. It should still make one more leg to the upside, maybe come to around 112 before it can give you a drop. But I don't know. I don't want to waste your time and look at these cross pairs. So I'm gonna jump straight into the commodities here. Let's have a look at your gold and silver. Not even gonna spend much time. I've shown you this one. You've seen how we've traded it here. I just want to give you an alternative view that you need to be careful of going to the next week. Now that we've made a move to the upside, that is very expected, obviously. Yeah, what could be the other way around? We've seen this one drop in a three-wave move here. I can have this to be a three-wave move. I can have this to be an expanding flat corrective structure here, something like this here, and then this just drop in a three-wave move structure like this here. Then this becomes your W, your wave X here, and then this to be a wave Y before I move to the upside here. Now, what you have to ask yourself, does it make sense with the left-hand side of the chart here? Let's say, for example, this being our wave one here, this being our wave two, doesn't make sense that we have this double correction here. As far as it is in terms of a size here, this is in line. It is relevant that we can have such big corrective structure here. It won't be a big problem. Then we have this here. That is just something to take note of once you start to see gold making a move to the downside. Other than that, I still favor that this has completed this move here. A here wave B, and then this to have been an ending diagonal as our wave C. Or whatever happened there, I still look for this move to the upside with our first target to at least around this high here. The weekly candle tells it all. Nice bullish engulfing candle, so be careful with that one. It should continue with the move to the upside. Silver, the very same thing here. I've showed you how we've been able to trade it to the upside. The very same thing here. Made it through a move here, and we're looking at this to have been a move to the upside. Yep. Again, what can it be the other way around? This drop in a three-way move, expanding flat corrective structure here, and then this just drop again in a three-way move structure like this, being your W here, your wave X, and this to be your wave Y. You just gotta be trade outside of the box here. Don't just trade with a blind eye and say because the trading waves are bullish here. We've been bullish yeah. We've taken our trades here. We are already running risk-free. Obviously, partial profit taken off here. Even if this just drop here and give us this double correction, we're gonna have a stamina to be able to still trade it from around this area here if it give us this double correction. If it doesn't, then our position will still be holding on for these highs here and even more to the upper side. Right, so platinum on the other hand here, has been playing hard to get, obviously, on this one here. I still want to see this one giving us a drop to the downside here, because of this looks impossible to me. We've been looking for this to drop, but it could just be something like this here and still give us a move to the upside here that will come back around this area here, and then we have this structure like this, maybe make a move to the upside here before we can get a drop. That is still very possible, even though I still we shorted silver here when it made this through move for this drop here. So obviously they have come back and hit us on a break even here. So we'll see if it break this high here. We're gonna be looking at this to be a possible structure here, because I still believe something that is related to this move here must come before we can get your platinum to make that move to the upper side. Brent crude oil, I showed you this one last week, how we have been patiently waiting for this year to complete this structure here. We have been looking at your Brent crude oil that it made this year to have been a leading diagonal a year. You can even refer to the videos from last year. So we have been looking at this, that it will be a three-way move structure and expecting a drop. Hit the blue box a year. That's a trade setup that we had. Hit the blue box, and this is already starting to drop. So we are still expecting to see more bearish move to the downside. First target around the swing low here, and then even more further move to the downside. Now let's have a look at the indices before we can jump into the cryptocurrencies here. Uh, um, the indices still looking for a bullish move to the upside. There's nothing that has changed. Like I say, your DAX is gonna be your indicator here. Uh, Nasdaq has made a three-wave move here. Obviously, we tried to long this somewhere around this area here, invalidated our trade, but I kept on saying to our members, this still for me looks bullish. Yeah, so these three-wave move structure, as much as they invalidated the blue box, but we are looking at this here. We have been going that these move to the upside, they should eventually come. I'm expecting that this is going to eventually come here, and expecting to see even more bullish move to the upside on your Nasdaq. Your Dow Jones, the very same thing here. We've looked at this one to have been one of those sharp corrections here, made a drop here, and we're expecting this move here. Indeed, this is just making a move to the upside. Next week, I'll get you those charts, how we have been able to focus this year that they should make a move to the up side. Dow Jones should still continue back to the all-time high. If it does pull back here, as long as it's going to give us a throw move pull back against this swing low here, we are still expecting a move to the upside. That will be the same as well with your S&P 500, which is positively correlated to your Nasdaq. Made a nice three-wave move structure here, move to the upside. I still expect that this is going to continue higher here, as long as it still holds above this here three-way pull back. If we do see that one, then we're going to be expecting to see that move to continue more higher here. DAX, you saw this one during the a trade recaps here, looking at this three-wave move. This was our blue box trade setup. This is back to the all-time high. We are still expecting to see more continuation move to the upside. Yeah, obviously the only way you trade it here, if it does give you this three-wave move pullback, then we're gonna be looking for that move to continue even more further to the upside. UK 100, you saw this one here. We're still looking for a move to the upside. This has been the all-time high here. We've eventually broken above it here. If it does this year, three-way move pullback, that's if it does come. If it doesn't come here, this will just keep on making a move to the upside. Yeah, until you see a throw move pullback, then that's when you can expect to see a move to the or expect to get a trade set up here. Nikki, I've showed you several times how we've been able to trade this one here. Again, it has made this. It might be difficult to see it here, but this looks like a throw move structure here. My expectation is that your Nikki should still continue the move to the upside without coming back to around these swing lows here. As for the Nifty, looking at move to the upside here, as much as this is showing some very sluggish price action here, but this is gearing up for more bullish move. I expect to see this big bullish move to the upside on your Nifty here. But so having a look at the cryptocurrencies, your Bitcoin, we are looking at this price market. that it should make a move to the upside from where it is here. We are around the 61k here. If you look at this looks complete here. Look at this structure here. So that's why I'm expecting a move to the upside. We've been looking at this inside the members era. This should have been three-way move structure here. That looks done. Made a very nice impulsively move. Three-way move pull back here. I'm expecting that this would go back to around these highs. If you look at this, gold almost heading back to the all-time high. The indices are going back to the all-time high. Bitcoin is next to go back to around these highs here as well. So I'm gonna be looking at this here that it should continue more higher against this in swing low here. That will be my invalidation level. So this could just be a three-way move that is ready for a move to the upside on your Bitcoin. That will be the same as well with your Ethereum. We have been looking at this here to have been a three-wave move structure here that is done here. So this to have been an ABC with our fifth wave, obviously to have been a year, and we are looking at this made a three-wave move. I don't want to see this come around this swing low here. I would love to see the price to start to give us this move to the upside, at least back to around these highs here on Ethereum. Obviously, can it still just drop from here? We can always have this as an alternative structure here, only to find out that this is building something here. Maybe something like this can still be the case here. That's if we are having a more sideways market, but that would be for another day. But just be mindful, if we're having more sideways market here, we could have this here to form a WXY collective structure here, and then we're back to around $2,000 before we move to upside. But my preferred view is that the price should start climbing to the upside here on your Ethereum. That should be the same as well with your Litecoin here. Looking at this here to have been a sharp three-wave move after a move to the upside here. Obviously, from these lows, we saw a move to the upside, made this three-wave move here, sharp one here, made a move to the upside, pulled back, but not checking out this swing low here. So we made a move to the upside. I don't expect that the price is going to come back to check out this swing low. So we should be seeing a move to the upside there on your Litecoin. So I'm gonna just zoom into this here just to see what is happening around this area here. We've made a move. This looks like diagonal here. You can agree with me. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here. Pull back in a three-wave move. So this could even be a wave one, now wave two here, and then this could just be it. Wave one in a lower degree, and then we just get something like this. Might do maybe come one more leg lower here. If that's the case, maintaining above this swing low here, then we're gonna be expecting that your Litecoin can start to give us a move to the upside. That will be the same as well with an XRP here. We are looking at your Ripple to have been the structure. This could be the structure here. Made a three-wave move, drop to the downside here. This could just be a three-wave move up here, and then this to have made a three-wave move down here. So I do believe that eventually that this is going to start to make a move to the upside. Obviously, zooming into this, you'll see it has already made a move to the upside here. So we could even have something like this. It must just come back around this swing low here, and then we have this three-way move. Then this might be ready for a big one to the upside. Alright guys, from my side, that's all that I wanted to share with you. Please trade safe and responsible. And if you guys do like our content, please do make sure that you put a thumbs up. Your bell notification must be turned on. And if you're not yet subscribed, please do subscribe as well to the channel. Cheers everybody, trade safe, and we'll see you next time. Bye bye.